I think there's a tendency in traditional television to protect the status quo. There always is. I mean, television has been around for about 65 years, and the business models, while under threat these days by fractionalization and technology, there is still that protectiveness. Having said that, the more sophisticated producers and creators and the ownership recognizes that they can't stand still. And so I think the divide is getting better. But institutionally, there's still silos that exist. The languages are different. I believe, NAPTE believes, that there has to be a kind of new lexicon that bridges the two, and we think that over time those silos will begin to evaporate. But it's going to take time.
You know, there's a perception right now that we think is greater than reality between the quality of digital video and the quality of television. While it still exists, we did some research at Starcom that proved out actually that consumers see content as content regardless of the screen. So we think there is starting to be a greater appreciation for the quality of online video and maybe a rethinking of quality only being large budget production coming through television budgets and programmers as well. I think we still are certainly trying to tackle measurement in this space. We started to tackle more of guarantees based on demos, so we're making some headway into thinking more fluidly and hopefully acting more fluidly too in our investment approaches.
I think more and more that divide between digital video and traditional television is actually evaporating. I think it's disappearing. I think you've seen new measurement tools for advertisers in the form of things like Nielsen OCR that make measurement on a GRP basis effectively one-to-one across traditional TV and digital video. I think from a consumer standpoint, there is still a lack of content in online video. So I think you're seeing a lot of the kind of big hit shows still only available on cable or satellite. But increasingly you're seeing original content from guys like Netflix with House of Cards that's effectively a stand-in or a replacement for those big TV hits in digital video. So I think that gap is really closing, and I think you're seeing a point at which the two mediums are coming together.
The relationship between video that we see on TV and online. There's a desire for publishers, for creators of content to be able to scale it so that it will work across both media. But the reality is that a lot of the video opportunities that are available online today are short opportunities, and we have a distinct divide where we have 15 to 30 second advertisements, and we have 15 to 30 second bits of content, and so the balance is a little bit off. I think that's one of the biggest challenges that those that create advertisements for video have to deal with.
I think the divide, or the great divide right now, is an industry problem actually not necessarily being solved by the industry. I think the consumer doesn't see a divide. I think the consumer sees a lot of synergy and integration, and in fact is using those devices in that way. So I believe the industry has to catch up with the consumer. It's a little bit of a self-imposed divide for many, many reasons. Many reasons. It's new, technology is new, industry doesn't always embrace things as avant-garde as we are. Sometimes we lag what the consumer does. So I think the great divide is an industry issue. Consumers there already, and we're going to all have to catch up.